Welcome to AI in 8 minutes or less, your daily AI update.
All right, you're gonna want to hear this. Something really interesting is happening in AI right now. And get this, it's not coming out of some giant lab like OpenAI or Anthropic. Nope. This is from a 22-year-old developer, Kai Gomez, who basically just decided to take on one of the biggest secrets in the industry.
So for a while now, right, there have been these whispers, these rumors about a secret sauce from Anthropic, something called Claude Mythos. But here's the thing, no paper, no official details, just hints. So what did Kai Gomez do? He basically became an AI detective. He gathered up all the public clues, all the little fragments of research, and he built a working, testable hypothesis from scratch. He even open-sourced it, calling it Open Mythos.
And at the core of this whole thing is an idea that, well, it completely flips the script on how we usually build these giant AI models. It's called a recurrent depth transformer, or RDT for short. And believe me, it is a totally different way to think about scale.
So we're moving into a whole new paradigm here. I mean, we're talking about a massive shift away from the old just make it bigger playbook. The new idea is to enable deeper, way more efficient thinking inside the model itself.
Okay, check this out, because this is where it gets really cool. Think about the standard GPT way of doing things, right? It's like building a skyscraper. You want more power? You just stack more floors on top, more layers. But this RDT approach, it's completely different. Instead of building taller, imagine taking just a few floors and having an elevator loop through them again and again and again, getting smarter with each pass. It reuses the same stuff to refine its understanding. So yeah, it's not about being bigger, it's about thinking longer.
And here's how that process actually works. It's really pretty elegant. First, you have the prelude. That just takes in your prompt. Then comes the recurrent block, which is the real heart of the system. This is where those core layers loop, maybe up to 16 times, just processing and refining, thinking. And then finally, the coda takes that super refined thought and spits out the final answer. So simple, but wow, it is powerful.
Okay, now this is a really important detail. You've probably heard of chain of thought, right? Where the AI has to kind of talk itself through a problem, writing out all the steps. Well, this isn't that. All of this looping, this thinking, it all happens internally, in this hidden abstract space they call latent space. It doesn't generate any of that step-by-step text. It's literally like thinking without talking to yourself. It just thinks deeply, and then it gives you the answer. It's a much cleaner, more efficient way to reason.
So why should you care about any of this? Well, because this isn't just some clever academic trick. Let's be real, we're starting to hit a wall just throwing more data and more GPUs at these models. This new approach, it shows us a different path forward. And the performance payoff is huge. It proves that smarter design can actually beat brute force scale.
And just look at this number, 50%. The research is showing that a 770 million parameter RDT can match a 1.3 billion parameter standard model. Let that sink in. That's almost double the efficiency. You're getting the same power from a model that's nearly half the size. I mean, that is an absolute game changer for everything from costs to what's even possible.
And the benefits just keep piling up. For instance, these models are way better at something called systematic generalization. That's just a fancy way of saying they're great at taking what they know and applying it to brand new situations. You know, true learning. They can also think harder on the fly. If a problem is tough, they can just extend their reasoning chains. And on top of all that, they're super efficient, using specialized experts for different tasks and compressing data to save a ton of memory.
And make no mistake, this is not just a research paper anymore. This is happening right now. The big AI companies are starting to deploy absolutely massive new models that are built on these exact same ideas, efficiency and recurrence. It's a huge sign that the industry is shifting.
Perfect example, Moonshot AI's brand new model, Kimi K2.6. Yeah, you'll see the headline-grabbing 1 trillion parameter number, but if you actually look under the hood, guess what you find? The same stuff we've been talking about. A mixture of expert setup, compressed attention. It's all about smarter, more efficient computation.
And how does it perform? Well, the numbers seem to speak for themselves. On this really tough benchmark called Halo Evals, which tests how factual a model is, Moonshot is claiming that Kimi just edges out both Claude Opus and GPT-4. Now, we got to take this with a little grain of salt, right? These are company-reported numbers. But still, the trend here is impossible to ignore.
And this whole push for smarter, more efficient AI, it isn't just about text. These same principles are popping up in totally new areas, like real-time voice. And in that world, Being fast and lightweight isn't just a nice-to-have, it's everything.
Just look at this snapshot from XAI for their new Grok Voice API. They are claiming a 5% error rate for transcribing phone calls. That is less than half of their closest competitor. Wow. Again, these are their own numbers, so, keep that in mind. But when you see that, plus aggressive pricing, and you remember it's already being used in Tesla and Starlink, well, the direction is crystal clear. AI is getting leaner, meaner, and way more efficient. So all of this really brings us to one big question, doesn't it? Is the future of AI not just about building bigger and bigger models, but about creating models that can actually think longer and smarter? All the signs are definitely pointing that way. Master AI in just 8 minutes. If you want more of this, like this video, subscribe, and stay ahead.